Excuse me, here I come.
Whoa! What's going on today? A girl who is hugging me now is one of the famous Gyaru twins in school. They look so much alike that I can't tell which one is which. I think their first names sound similar, but I only know that their last name is Makita-san. The problem is that this mysterious incident of a gyaru hugging me has already happened 3 times today.
Thank you.
Makita said so and left running. What is going on? I'm being popular! No way. I know that well. Knowing that, I consider the possibilities. First, a penalty game. Second, some kind of a game. And third, a surprise. These are the possibilities. Which one is it? Whatever the answer is, it doesn't make any difference to me. Normally, one would be happy with this kind of incident in which a gyaru hugs you. But I don't like gyarus, so I'm not happy at all. Well, honestly speaking, I'm not very good at being with a woman. But the reason why I don't like gyarus is probably because they tend to get too close. They can call you by your first name abruptly, even if you don't know them well. And they think it's okay for them to hug someone. Normally, you need time to get to know one another, but gyarus tend to skip these processes. It makes me feel underestimated. When I was thinking such things, I felt someone behind me again.
Excuse.
Wait, I said and took Makita-san's wrist as she tried to hug me from behind.
What?
She didn't expect me to do such a thing, so she was completely in panic. Can you tell me? I wasn't just gonna let this go on without saying anything, and it didn't feel right, so I made up my mind to ask her in person. She must have felt what she was doing wasn't right because she looked awkward. If you have to make that kind of awkward face, don't do it in the first place. Well, I'm not criticizing you. I just want to know what's going on here. I'm a so-called loner. I'm not good at sports and I don't have many friends that I play with. In fact, I don't have a real friend in school, so I have no one to ask what is going on. I have no choice but to ask her. I'm a loner, but it was lucky that I don't have communication disorder.
I'm sorry.
Makita-san apologized sincerely. It was nice that she apologized, but I wanted to know why they were doing this, so I asked her again. Is this some kind of a penalty game?
What? How did you know that?
Just as I thought. It doesn't feel good to be right about it though. It was just a hunch, but it can't be anything else, can it? When I said so, Makita-san said sadly,
I'm sorry. We were doing a dare with my friends so we can see if we can get a certain number of followers on SNS. We still needed a several hundred more to accomplish it. And it was a penalty game for that.
I see. I've heard that Makita twins are doing SNS on fashion. I've also heard that they have nearly 100,000 followers. 100,000.
Yes, we still needed a little more to reach 100,000. It was last year's goal.
I guess I said that out loud. Oh, I'm sorry. I just apologized. I understand that it was a penalty game, but will you please stop it? I don't like being surprised.
But the goal is for us to do 10 times each. I only hugged you once.
Just think about it for a minute. You're a girl. Think carefully. In Japan, we don't hug other people that easily. I only get surprised, but don't you think you need to be more careful? Take your time and try to remember how you used to get so excited when you first touched or held hands with someone you like in elementary or middle school. I don't think you should get used to doing those kinds of things. You should definitely not do it just because others are doing it. Hugging someone is fine. Well, I personally think you should do it with someone you like, but what if the penalty game asks you to kiss someone? I'm afraid you would kiss without thinking about it much. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I told her all that at once and she obviously seemed down. Oh no, I said too much. I was too preachy. I'm sorry. I may have said too much. Seeing her become so quiet, I got worried and looked into her face. She was biting her lip and had tears in her eyes. I'm sorry. I definitely said too much.
No, you didn't. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I actually didn't want to do it. When I heard that I had to hug someone as a penalty, it was like, what? I have to hug someone I don't even like or know? But Yumika was like, okay, we'll do this. I couldn't say no, and here I am. I should have said no if I didn't want to do it. And I'm sorry for getting you involved when you have nothing to do with this.
Oh, it's okay. Makita-san's answer was more decent than I'd expected, and I was a bit surprised. Then why don't you stop doing it? When you get carried away, it could get escalated, so you need to stop and try to say no.
I'm sorry. I'll talk to my friends and tell them that I don't want to do this game anymore. Thank you so much, Kanzaki-san.
I'm sorry too for being preachy. I used to have negative feelings for gyarus, and I had bad images of them. That might be why my words came out too strong. I'm sorry. And you shouldn't bite your lips. They can get dry and chapped. Oh, you can have this. And I got out a lip mask from my bag and gave it to Makita-san.
What? Thanks.
Makita-san accepted it timidly. I guess anyone would react that way when a boy suddenly hands you a lip mask. If you don't have to do something that you don't want to, that would be the best. See you. And I left Makita-san. I don't have to deal with being hugged from behind anymore. That was what I'd expected. I was right, but something different happened.
What have you done?
Looking back, I saw angry Makita-san.
My sister, Sayaka, suddenly said that she didn't want to play the penalty game anymore. You ruined our plan. I asked why, and she told me that you guys had a talk. Don't be kidding. What have you done?
What? But she said that she didn't actually want to play it, you know?
It's a penalty game. You're supposed to do something you don't want to.
No. You shouldn't be hugging someone you don't even like just because it's in a plan. Don't you think you should stop doing that kind of thing? Just as I told your sister, you're a girl. Are you okay with hugging a boy so casually?
But it's supposed to be not okay. That's what a penalty game is about.
I told your sister the same story. She really didn't want to but couldn't say no. She played along because she felt guilty for betraying you. Are you okay with that? Being okay with hugging a boy you don't even like is something that I don't hear very often.
Of course I don't want to do it either, but...
Think carefully. You shouldn't do it so easily just because it's one of those penalty games that you often see. Before doing something big or a penalty game for your plan, you should care more about yourself.
But...
If you want to do something that you don't like, why not doing something that you two aren't good at? Like competing how long you can sit straight or doing a horror commentary. I really don't think you should do something that could paralyze your sense of romance and stuff. You could really get used to it.
Yeah...
Oh no, I may have said too much again. But I cannot take back what I'd already said. I'm sorry, I can be harsh and preachy. I'm sorry. I really felt bad and bowed my head. She's just being serious. I think she regrets that she started this penalty game. But she doesn't know how to take it back, so she was trying hard to do it. Then, her sister told her that she didn't want to do it, so she must have felt sorry. Sorry! I didn't know that you two were doing it together, so... I can't tell her that it's impossible for me to tell her from her twin sister. So I made you all alone in this. I'm sorry. I apologized and bowed my head again. I'm really sorry.
No, I'm the one who needs to apologize. I'm really sorry. To be honest, when I hugged you for the first time, I realized that I didn't like doing it more than I'd expected. But I was the one who suggested it, and other girls were doing it as well, so I was afraid that they would think we were liars. I told myself that we had to do it. But Sayaka was honest with herself and said that she didn't want to do it and quit. It made me feel stupid and sad that I was still doing it against my will. That's why I blamed it on you. I'm sorry.
What? You two are gorgeous and famous, and you two are gyarus, so I expected you to be more selfish, but you guys are both really sincere. I've never talked to either of you before, and you surprised me a little. I think it's great. You don't have to do the same thing as others. I didn't like gyarus much, but I think I like you too.
What? Thanks. You're always quiet, so I thought you wouldn't complain. That's why I picked you as the target. But you're one of those people who can give your opinions. You're more self-assured than other people. I had no idea you're like that. I was really surprised.
Yeah, I'm always alone at school, but I've had so many experiences.
What? Really? What kind of experiences?
Yeah, oh no, what time is it now?
What? It's a little past 7.
Oh no, they'll be mad at me.
What?
Sorry, I have to go. I started running, leaving Makita-san.
What? What?
Sorry, we can talk later. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, Aoi, you really are late. They're here because you asked them to come.
I'm really sorry. Oh, these are cream puffs. Let's eat them after the shoot.
Oh, these are delicious ones. I forgive you. Okay, let's just get started.
You can probably tell the way he talks, but my dad is full of feminine charm. He has always been like this since I was little, so I'm used to it. But sometimes people would look at him from afar or make fun of him. I've had some hard times before, but I've never blamed my dad for anything. I'm proud of my beautiful dad and I love him. He's made me who I am today. I love doing makeups and choosing outfits for others. I started doing this when I gave an advice on makeup to a girl working at my dad's cafe. Sato-san would look so much prettier in light pink. I used to go to the cafe all the time since it was owned by my dad. I spoke to Sato-san since she was always nice to me. I think you would look better if you used lighter pink eyeshadow and lipstick. Can I try them on you?
What? I felt something was wrong, but I have no idea what color looks good on me. So I've been using these colors even though I don't particularly like them. You have great taste, so I would love it if you could do makeups on me.
The makeup I did on Sato-san for the first time looked good, and I was satisfied with it. And other staffs at the cafe liked it so much. Sato-san looked prettier and she was happy, and it made me happy too. I started studying makeup after that, and I did makeups for staffs and customers at my dad's cafe. The rumor had spread and customers came to the cafe to ask me for my makeup. Everyone asked me to teach them, so I started taking makeup videos. I go my own way just like my dad, so I know what I like and what I don't like. That's probably why I couldn't leave Makita twins alone today. But I won't have anything to do with them, so I'll just do what I have to do. Before I knew, the number of the subscribers to my channel has increased so much. I'm not doing this to get more followers, but I'm sincerely grateful to have people who comment how they've got pretty and how they've become confident with their makeup watching my videos. I used to think of this as my part-time job, but now I take this seriously. Helping other people gives me a special place. That's why I always post my makeup videos so that I can help others. On Monday, all the students in school were excited. According to a rumor, Makita twins who used to be famous for being gyarus have changed into neat and clean girls. Wow, such a thing really happens. While thinking like that, Makita-san has her own way. I vaguely thought, I have never seen their SNS before. I looked at their SNS and I followed it. Looking at their posts, I found one saying, "We've decided not to do the penalty game." They wrote how they felt it wasn't right when they actually did it, and how sorry they were to betray the expectation. It was written very politely, and with a message saying, "We're ready to move on and do our best." A picture of them with dark hair and natural makeup was posted. How pretty! I couldn't stop myself from saying it out loud. I might have gotten this from my dad. I was planning to go home and plan for my videos after school when Makita twins stopped me. They were really neat and clean looking as the rumor said.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for the other day. Thanks to you, Kanzaki-kun, we were able to realize that we'd gone too far.
Oh, I saw your SNS. You guys look so different now. You were gorgeous when you were gyarus, but I personally like you better now. You guys look so pretty. They laughed happily.
We started doing SNS when we entered high school, and we've become so into getting more followers. We felt bad about it. Our account has become very aggressive as if we were like, we're twins, we're gyarus, follow us. It was different from what we'd wanted to do. We originally wanted to do something fun in which we could make the most of our personalities. So we've talked about it and decided what we really wanted to do.
I think it's great. I used to have difficulty telling which of you is which, but now I can tell. Your expressions and behaviors are different.
What? You can tell that? Wow, we always get mixed up.
Maybe it's my strength. I notice very small things. You're Sayaka-san, aren't you?
Yes, you're right. That's a very nice strength.
But it's fairly easy to tell when you have different personalities like you two.
Really? Not many people can tell, so I'm happy that you can.
It was a big decision to quit being gyarus, wasn't it? You guys really look like pure high school girls.
It's not like we were impure, you know.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
We heard that someone doesn't like gyarus, right? Yeah.
What? Are you talking about me?
Yes, we've come to our senses. So we've decided to go after the prince who made us come to our senses. Yeah, and you said that you didn't like gyarus, so we've decided to go the opposite way.
So that's why you had a makeover.
Yes, how do you like it?
I think you look pretty.
Yay! We might get confused again, so we want to stay around you. Is that okay?
You'll be okay. You made up your minds by yourselves.
Well, remember our hugging from your back incident? We might start doing it again, you know.
Oh.
So, please let us stay with you.
What?
Please.
Jeez. Okay.
Huh? What did you just say?
Oops. I've been trying so hard to hide it.
You are so funny, Kanzaki-san. You definitely are. Tell us, Kanzaki-san.
Oh, well, maybe later.
Yay! It's kinda exciting. Yeah.
Just like that, I used to be a loner, but my life has suddenly brightened up.